morning, good afternoon, good evening, everyone. Everyone, this is Gresh here. You guys are some me in chat. I was here already. If you can see in chat, I was putting G as well. Welcome to the Race Statistics channel. Hey, boss, are we on Twitch today now, or was just still on YouTube? I forget what you can tell me. I don't know what's going on. If we're on Twitch, hey Twitch, we're still just YouTube. Okay, still just YouTube. All right. So welcome to the Race Statistics YouTube channel. Again, this is Crash. We're about 8 minutes ago before green light for free practice 2. Yeah, Mercedes looked good again. Is it form or is it just those FP1? We'll see. We are going into FP2. This is going to be more representative of what we'll see in the race and what we'll see in quali tomorrow. I want to thank Paula, member for 31 months. Welcome to all the best channel, to the best channel out there. Thank you so much. Again, Paula is one of our join members. You'll see them in green. One of the perks that they are using right now is a free super chat each month. And Paula's been a member for 31 months. 1 month away from 2 years. So you're gonna see your badge change next month, Paula. Got Andy as well. Let's see what else is here. Oh, Dark is here. Yeah, these are the members who have joined the channel. Excuse me. Your badge color is going to change next month, Paula, because you're going to hit your 2nd year mark. It'd be 32. No, it will be another 5 months. My apologies. Yeah, math. It's hard. Yeah, excuse me, everyone. Yeah. So there's 6 minutes left to go, and I can say that's correct because that's right in front of me. Oh boy. Yeah, I'm just trying to look at what you guys are saying in chat, just what's going on. One of the big things that's going on right now is that there's the F1 film. It's out in theaters now. I was able to get to see it yesterday. It's a really good film. Yeah, if you enjoyed Top Gun Maverick, you'll like the F1 film. If you didn't like Drive to Survive, particularly for the drama it causes, you might not like the F1 film. That's the only thing I can say without really spoiling it. I mean, the driving sequences are really, really, really good. I enjoyed the story. I will say that. There's a piece about the story that I understood right away, and when I accepted that to be the scenario with the story, I mean, it's a Hollywood story. So once I accepted it was a Hollywood story, um, it all the issues that you would particularly might have with the film kind of melts away, and you can just enjoy it as a summer film. And that's the only thing I can really say without spoiling it. But it is the driving sequences are incredible, and that alone is worth. If you just ignore the story, if you don't care, that alone is worth the purchase of your ticket. F1 has started their F1 introduction. Again, we are in Austria for free practice 2. Track temperature is 38 degrees. It's dropped a little bit since we last were here. Air temperature is 25.6 degrees. Humidity is 37.7. So the humidity's dropped about 13%. That's interesting. Track record is 102.939 set by Valerie Bottas. The race record is a 105.619 by Carl Sainz in 2020. We have 10 turns to this track. And we are using the C3, C4, C5 compounds. Why they're going medium, soft, medium, hard, odd. See, I haven't seen Grand Prix from the 1960s. I'll probably go watch that later tonight. Now that you brought that up. No, the story's actually good. It's just it's the story is good. It's not a so-so story. It's just if you want to be a hardo about things, you can pick the story apart. I can tell you that, but that's not the point of the story. Too bad giving me another. I don't know. YouTube has made a lot of changes. Again, a lot of you guys are seeing your named with an @ symbol in front of it, and it's not where it's not the name you normally have used. So that just be aware about that. Follow with a £5 donation. For this great channel, nothing better than this. Thank you again, Paula, for your support. Again, we're at 142 subscribers. We're march to 150 right now. 150,000 subscribers. Put us another 100 away, 100,000 before we get to that 250 mark. 1 minute away to a green light. Yeah, again, no spoilers. Which again, I've said as much as I can without spoiling anything. So you're not going to see much about the F1 film this weekend for that reason. Next weekend at Silverstone, yeah, we'll probably talk. We'll talk more. But for this weekend, we're Hans Furman demands your silence is the phrase right now. Oh, I wouldn't. The board is just mixed up right now. This is actually not actual data. There's no actual places right now, so I wouldn't worry about the board at the moment. Yeah. There we go. This is your first, not your first race. This is just practice right now, Wild. So Queen Hulkenberg, Behrman, Gearsley. So they're getting out on track pretty quickly. That's interesting. That's good to see. Excuse me. It's tomorrow with FP3 that we may see them. Be squirrely with the start. Excuse me. One minute in, we've got 10 out on track right now. 2 who don't have tire data just yet. It's Gasly and Albon. Give that a moment to populate correctly. That's a upstream data failure. I'm gonna poll in chat about the mini map. You'd like us to continue using the mini map we have right now? Thank everyone who's shown up so far. Now's a great time to like and subscribe. If you subscribe and hit the bell, you'll get notifications when we are live. Again, we will be live we're live for every session. So whether it is the practice or the sprint quality or the sprint or the quality in the race itself, we've been here. In fact, we were doing preseason. We had preseason testing streams as well. So if you can watch on F1 TV, you'll be able to. We'll be here doing a watch along. We've got 14 on track, right? 15 on track, I should say. So Verstappen, Leclerc, Tsunoda, Hamilton, Russell. The only ones not on track right now. And Hulkenberg setting the first time. Gasly, Colapino setting second and third time so far. Alcon's fourth on the board right now. Hamilton just out of the pits right now. Russell and Hamilton. So now we only got Verstappen, Leclerc, Tsunoda right now. Not out of the pits. Don't know what to tell you about tires like for Albon and for Gasly. I'm not sure why we're not getting that data. How bad is Yuki getting sacked? The sack him? No. Okay, so you sack Yuki. Who takes the spot? There's no one. Isaac's not ready. Absolutely not ready. You're not going to put Lawson back in. I know they've got a waiver for Lindbergh, but he's still just an F2 driver. He was supposed to take part in practice today, did not. So, yeah. What do you do? Yeah, I don't know what to tell you. I reckon that Max might be going to. They've been that room has been around for a while. Toto was like, "Hey, come here, Max." Hence the Russell contract hold up. I no, that's not necessarily why the Russell contract's being held up. That's a wild statement to make. And I didn't expect Russell's contract to be settled by any time until the summer break. Until we come back to the summer break. If it's not back when we come back from the summer break, that's when I would be worried about it. And Russell's played it up. He doesn't have a contract for yucks during interviews. So yeah, another new thing to the channel. We've changed up the colors that we're using. Williams in a darker blue. Alpine has the pinks. We've gone white with the Racing Bulls. That gonna help separate those teams out rather than being all the same blues. And should BW was sponsor Ferrari? No, BW would never be a sponsor. Ferrari would never take them. Russell's saying the wind has changed. Right now, do we have a It's being reported at 3.6 kilometers from the southeast. Oscar topped the board with a 106.129. And it looked like he scrubbed a set of tires. Russell did scrub a set of mediums. Alonso up to P3, 106.433. Fastest first sector. Oscar has the fastest third sector right now. One of the things I don't predict that we will get a red flag in this session. We didn't get one in FP1, and that's mostly the track layout. Track is laid out to be forgiving to the drivers. So there's big sand traps. There's no walls right up next to the track limits. So there's nothing for the drivers to smack up against and bin really hard. Get stuck in gravel, personally. Go through the grass. We saw that spin. We saw that with Alonso, and he spun and went off track and came back on. The poll that we had was, would you like to keep using this mini map? 91, again, only 161 votes. It's a short poll, but 91% like the mini map. Watching Albin right now play of Behrman going over curbs. And there's a new set of rumble strips. They're blue and white. So you see the red and white curbs, and then you'll see a new strip of blue and white, and that's to punish drivers for going over the track limit. And Norris just went into the 105s, 105.905. He's a quarter second faster than his teammate, and only he's 3/10 off Alonso above 529. Russell is 558. Isaac is a 625, and Stroll is 660. Quarello and P8 is 742. Sainz going P8 with a 106.610. He's 705 behind Norris's fastest lap. They're looking car performance. They're saying that Mercedes is the fastest, and then Mercedes is only they've improved 0.14. Red Bull is third. They've lost 0.07, and Ferrari's improved 0.02. A lot of variance at the bottom, whose teams have lost half a second to a third of a second, or improved by a third of a second. Interesting chart that is showing right now, but we have everything but two, three, four cars. Also just went to P2 105.981. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 cars are in the pits. Colapino right now coming out. Leclerc goes to P5, 106.211. Again, we've gone already 10 minutes, 11 minutes into the session. Joel, lol, haha. Has anyone crashed yet? Nope. Not even the morning session. As the harbinger red flags, I do not approve. But, these are the days that will come. You'll get practices where no one crashes their car. So we've got teams already on the first or second program. And we're talking about penalty points. Max leads with that category with 11 points. Uh, Liam has 6 points, so he's the closest to a race ban after Max, which is significant. That's a good question. What's going on with Norris on the map? It looks like Lando's dot is we're not getting the position data for Lando. No, we're just not getting data for Norris right now. If you look right now on the timing chart, like you just did a sector 1, it's on a cooldown lap. Hulkenberg moves up to P13, 106.7, 112. It's over a second, 1.1 behind Norris's time. Norris just finished sector 2. There we go. So it's now reflecting that Lando is pitted. So now that's moved his dot correctly. They're showing mini sectors. How could because the track map and the chart you're seeing are two different things. They've done a pit stop challenge for Norris. He's back out on track. They're refreshing the live chart and the track map. Again, we are 45 and 30 seconds left to go in this session. Hamlin's saying he's got no pace in the car. It's interesting he's saying that. Max right now on a flying lap on softs. Right now, Norris is top of the chart with 105.538. His teammate is 1.44 off. Hamlin just came in at 6.57. He is on a hard tire. Max just went P2. And that was a 1.16. His third sector was the fastest, 19.722 sector. That's the benchmark to look at. And Charles has just decided to be a lawnmower. He's gone off track. He's come back on. It was too fast for the stewards to throw a yellow flag for him. But that just ruined his lap. And this is something I had predicted earlier that so the drivers would start to push their cars and push how they could drive the track. And part of the reason why I predicted this is because they were doing the drivers in F2 were doing that in practice earlier this morning. Now, granted, they were learning the track some of them for the first time, as opposed to the F1 drivers who, again, who all came up through F2 are been driving here. Clerk getting a replay of him missing a turn earlier and then going through gravel. And crossing over into the grass. I mean, it's still practice, Neil Shah. Hamilton said he couldn't see Antonelli at all. Those two had a moment on track. I don't think it's impeding, but we shall see. Lando improves the time to 105.437 and then pits. The racing guys look after Lando. Those are not the racing cards I'm a harbinger for, apparently. Hamilton jumping up to P4 with 105.869. He's 4.32 off the pace, though he's on a hard tire. Yeah, he's on a hard tire. He's not on a soft, he's not on a medium. Oscar was on a hard tire. So it's science. So it's interesting to see the tire choices that are out right now. Russell right now on a soft tire. He just came out of the pits. So he's still on his out lap. I believe Max is on a soft tire. It's not evident from the chart. This is an up data issue. So I'm looking at the F1 timing chart, and they are not showing it correctly. So they're going to look at the Hamilton and Danelli. They're going to. It's noted. Right now, we've got a few cars on track. Antonelli, Lawson, Albon, Leclerc, Verstappen, Sonoda, and Russell are the only ones on track at the moment. And Russell goes P2, 105.471. Purple first and second sector with a green sector 3. It's about a tenth off of, I think off the fastest time in that sector. Trying to see what you guys are saying in chat. Trying to keep an eye on what's going on track at the same time. I'm trying to keep an eye on what is happening on track at the moment. We got Leclerc right now on a flying lap. We don't know. Paula changed her name back because she went into her Steam, her YouTube settings to change it back. I don't know why YouTube changed. I don't know why YouTube did this. And we're not the only channel that this is affecting. It's affecting everybody. It's every channel. So it's not an F1 gamers chat. Well, good for them. I don't know why our chat is different from their chat. Yeah, there's I don't know. I don't know why YouTube decided to make a change. It could very easily they're doing an A/B test and they're picking sites to be in A and B for whatever reason. Isaac's starting a flying lap right now. Or he hit 317 through the speed trap. Ludwig putting together a flying lap. He's got a mini sector that's purple. Lawson starting off in sector 1 strong, but not so in sector 2. Maybe abandoning the lap after that good sector 1. Comes Hulkenberg. He's coming up to P9. 105.918. 0.481 lap time. Turn your mic up. It's more turn my volume up. My apologies. I'm little. My voice is lower today than it is. Andy, member for 12 months. Right, thank you for this grass chat for 1 year. 1 year fun, definitely. Thank you for the year of fun, Andy. Lawson Isaac coming in. Lawson abandoned his lap, and Isaac just pitted after doing a great sector 2. Dark using their super chat. Member for 8 months. So, love this channel again. Thank you. Thank you guys. Kimmy Antonelli going over the curbs into the new rumble strips. So these are blue and white strips after the red and white rumble curbs. They look relatively short, and that's that blue and white is considered off track. Russell just finished a new flying lap, 105.229. Why not? There we go. And Russell had a fastest first sector. Isaac had a fastest second sector again, then abandoned the lap and pitted. Oh, there we go. 8 ball. Will Carlos get a podium this year? It's Inspector Seb says yes, of course. That's a prediction for the inspector. We've got 33 minutes to go in this session. This is FP2 for the Austrian Grand Prix. We're at the Hungarian ring. This is the Racing Discus YouTube channel. And this is Grash with you right now. YouTube wants to give me an ad every 4 minutes apparently now. That is so annoying. Also now still at the top of the board. Norris is second. He's on track right now. He's starting a new flying lap. Hamilton just finished his lap with 105.511. And Denley was third, but he's been pushed down to fourth by Hamilton. He did a 105.537. Oscar now top of the board, 104.737. I think it's the first one to do a 104 lap. It's sector 1 green, but sector 2 and 3 fastest. Norris right now the fastest. First sector, we'll see how Norris finishes his. So Norris right now putting together a purple lap. He's got the fastest first and second sector. Started off at sector 3 really well. Oh yeah, Norris is putting together a great time right now. The times are tumbling. He comes across a purple lap, 104.580. That's 1.5 faster than his teammate. So McLaren showing pace and speed right now in FP2. Stroll just jumped P3, 105.022. He's only 0.442, 442 thousandths off of Norris's time. .3 minutes and 30 seconds left to go in the session. Again, yes, your eyes do not see you. Stroll is P3 on this board. Russell's P4. GP lap race record of 105.619. Again, this is a lap rate, a race lap record, not quali record. Yuki right now cooking. Again, hasn't really set a time. He got 106.497. Yeah, he is cooking. These are good lap times. They're not the best lap times, though. As a minute track with a lap time less than a minute, I believe Monaco is less than a minute because of the size of it. And Yuki just went to P5 with 105.292. Isaac jumps to P8 with 105.547. How is Stroll so high? I mean, Stroll has moments where he um, puts together everything correctly and performs very well. And this is right now Stroll performing very well. Again, the issue is that he's not consistent. You know, you put him in next week at Silverstone, he may not perform at all. So again, we're only on YouTube this weekend. So far this weekend, F1 and F2 this weekend, we've only been on YouTube. We are normally on other channels, but I think here right now we have about 16,000. Sorry, 1,685 watching right now. We got 197 likes, so 3 away from 200. Max is only 6 laps. That is a good question. See if there's something on live timing. I don't see anything. Nothing in the live timing that indicates something's wrong with Max. Could be just they're adjusting something on the car. It's going to take longer to do for Max. And here he's coming back out on track. So everyone, I'm pretty much on soft tires right now. The only one not is Bordello, but he's in the pits at the moment, so give him time to go out onto those mediums. Murd thinks that McLaren will sabotage Oscar is your hot take. That is a very hot take. I don't think they'll do that actually because of how well Oscar's doing. If that was the actual case, they would have done papaya rules and had Lando overtake Oscar. They would have ordered that in the last race. Instead, they let him race, and kudos to McLaren for doing that. Who's been better this season? Alonso Stroll. Stroll actually has been better this season so far. Clerk just went P5 with 105.272. Alonso is P7 with 105.457. Whoever says they wouldn't dare. We've seen crazier things happen in F1. How well did the McLaren guy who replaced Norris in F1 do? He actually did P4. That was Alex Dune. He's actually the lead. He's in P1 in the in F2's driver series. And he is a Irishman driving in F2. He's so Plan's gonna hold an FBI FP5 higher. This practice you'll buy an Aston diecast, of course. The diecast is what got me. So coming across a lap, he's not improving, and it didn't. A lap doesn't improve his time. It's like 3/4 of a second off. Yeah, I think the drivers are all gathering data from these laps for now. Oh, that's definitely the case right now. And again, they may not always be on a race quality level lap. They could be. And one of the things they predicted is that they were looking at teams doing longer runs on a particular compound to get data on how those. Again, it's hotter than usual. So right now it's 35.8 degrees. It's dropped a few degrees, but that's still very hot. And so they're running the compounds that they want data for now to see how their tire degradation is taking place. I am speaking, Paul. I am quiet today. Is the best way. I'm got moments of where I'm stopping, looking, and trying to figure out what's going on. And right now we only got 6 people on track. I didn't know Clerk Russell, Verstappen, Ocon, and Bierman are on track right now. Oh, sound for you some reason went off. Again, I'm start going at the moment with commentary. Um, we've got 21 minutes left to go in this session, and I'll be honest with you, I'm not grasping what's going on track at the moment. I'm not getting any reads on what people are doing. No one's made any major mistakes except miss a corner, but that's not a big deal. Is anyone live showing the race in person? I mean F1 TV, Sky Sports, ESPN Plus. Yeah, no one's really pushing. Verstappen may be pushing. Verstappen putting together a very fast lap at the moment. So looking to save tires. No, well, I think they're looking to figure out degradation on the tires. Is really what's going on. Max improving in his times. Leclerc just did improved in his personal time, 105.190. He's still in P4 though. And then Verstappen's at the top of the board, 104.898. He's 318 thousandths off of Norris's time. So about a third of a second. How do I usually watch? I mean, I've got F1 TV next to me. I've got the stream here with the timing chart, and I've got F1 TV on the other side. I've got a 2 monitor setup here. Does Oscar have the same suspension upgrade as Norris now? I would expect that he would. Replay of one of the Haas's going into the gravel, kicking up a storm of dust behind him. can't tell if Max is pushing because Red Bull gave him a tractor. I'm a Max fan. Um, no, Max is pushing because he can. Yuki's seventh. What's the difference between the two? Yuki is 0.7 and Max is 0.3. So Yuki is a 4 times difference between Max and Yuki. Things that we can try and extrapolate between. Stroll is 0.442 and Alonso is 9.877. So it's another 4/10 difference between teammates. Leclerc right now is P5. He's 0.6. Hamilton is 9.3. So it's about 3/10 difference between Hamilton and Leclerc. You can see, these differences are just between 3, 4, 5, and 7, 9, and 10. Bortolo is P8 right now with 0.8. Hulkenberg is 0.33. So it's over a half second difference between the teammates there. Got Ice and Lawson. 4 thousandths difference between Lawson and Isaac right now. Russell's 0.64 and Antonelli's 0.95. Another 3/10 difference between those two teammates. Max has GP. So Max is a different race engineer this weekend, and it's because GP has this weekend off. GP will be back for Silverstone. Do you like commenting with your face shown or not? Because it might be embarrassing because I don't think I've seen your face during. You have never seen my face on commentary. It was Ryan whose faces was shown on commentary. No, it's just a setup issue. It's just easier. We've never set up where my face was being shown. And I really don't have a webcam per se for that. If my face was being shown, um, I'd be buying a separate webcam and not using the webcam on my PC. Granted, it's a decent webcam, but it's not a professional webcam. Norris setting in his fastest lap is a 104.580. Oscar's in the 104s as well. 104. Coming out loud. Oscars did a 104.737. The difference of 157. Verstappen also did in the 104s. He's 0.318 off of that time of Norris's time. I was using a purity filter. Isaac's showing some good speed. But he's only 13th. He's only 0.967 off of that time. Watson's actually better by 4 thousandths. Yeah, Max Inger has this weekend off from work, which is why Max is a different race engineer. But it is what it is. GP will be back in his normal role next week at Silverstone. My birthday next week. Happy early birthday, Bolty. Got 13 minutes left to go in this session right now. You're listening to the Race to YouTube channel. We will probably be back for other platforms for quali. Include when Verstappen coming back out in probably in a few minutes. Everyone dropping onto medium into hard. So again, they're now trying race run things. When you see the hards and mediums coming out this way, they're now doing race run information. Just looking at what they're saying into what they're on the radio right now. We've got Ferrari, engine 1, engine 4, engine fork 3. My God. Looking at what you guys are saying in chat. No one right now is pushing. Everyone is out on track right now. Verstappen, Stroll, and Ocon are on the out laps, though Ocon's pitting right away. Interesting. What the Haas are doing. Did they scrub a tire? Oh, I saw on used mediums. They're putting them on a different tire? Huh. 10 minutes and 45 seconds left to go in this session. Again, this is Grash with you with coverage of FP2. Again, it's been a quiet FP2 session, and we've only had someone go off early on in the session. Went off, I think, at turn 1. There's only been a couple of people who've gone off track, but not much. I do not recognize his name at 4th place. No, I don't recognize that name as well. They're definitely a rookie that's new to F1 apparently. Or is his teammate is the rookie? I'm a Red Bull fan. My girlfriend's a McLaren fan. Is that a red flag? You're asking the harbinger of red flags if something's a red flag. It is a red flag, but not the way that you should accept it. No, you. Who off track in FP2? I know Ocon went off track early in the session. I think Charles, if it was not FP1, it was FP2. He went off track. But that was like way. It started like 30, 40 minutes ago where these incidents happened. That is true. And it depends on what driver he prefers. If it ends up being Lando, you're okay. If it's Oscar, you're in trouble. Lonzo went off and won. So yeah. So drivers are pushing the track limits and what's the best way to get around this track. Hogwarts says that the front is not gripping in places. Not feeling the love is the phrase he's using, and I don't know what exactly that means. But he's having issues with the front not gripping in particular spots. He's expecting. 7 minutes and 45 seconds left to go in this session right now. Nathan here. You are very late. You only got 7 minutes and 28 seconds left to go. Yeah, no one really pushing right now. They are doing race related programs right now. Bolty, the phrase was probably hot is PG. Are any F1 tracks considered as basic at best or unique in their own ways? Well, Monaco is unique in their own ways. Uh, Barcelona. So Barcelona is interesting, is that it is considered basic, but it is considered basic because they test there all the time. Um, I would put most of the Middle Eastern tracks. So this would be Saudi Arabia, Abu Dhabi, as they're just there. They're very basic and they're there. I don't particularly prefer the racing there for some reason. A lot of people think Miami's basic, and I'm not on board with that. People don't like the racing at Miami, and I'm not sure why that has become the case when Miami was very good for overtaking and has been very good for overtaking. Yeah, for me, when I bring up Miami, people don't like Miami for reasons that are not on track reasons. We got 5 minutes to go in this session right now. Again, at the moment, we're listening to the Race Statistics channel. This is Grash with you, giving you live coverage. At the moment, no one's pushing at the moment. We've got a variety of different tires out there. A lot of medium, mostly mediums, some hards, and some softs in that order. Max trying to put miles on those tires? Yes, at this point, Max is doing tire degradation tests. And Hamilton is pitted with 4 minutes and 20 seconds left to go. Yeah, Hamilton is a second off, but that's P1. I mean, that's P10 we're talking about is a second off. So, well, within a tenth, there's P10 through uh, P14. So there's five drivers within a second of within a tenth of each other. We go 2 tenths, and we get Pete Portolello in that mix. So it's tight racing, and this is what we're getting with this is the last year of this regulation. We've had 3 good years of racing with it, and it's super tight because they know how to set up these cars as best as they can. Yeah, I mean next year is going to be complete chaos when we get start when we start looking at things going on because of different. We got the active arrow coming in. We've got The car itself is going to be smaller. It's going to be interesting quality tomorrow. Yeah, that's the one thing that when we get this tightness, quality becomes really interesting. Showing current pace, they're all like 1.9, 0.3, 1.97, 10.4. Mexico has more Sauber fans than Mercedes. That's interesting. Neil says, guys, this is obvious. The podium will be Norris, Oscar, Max. McLaren is a rocket ship. Max knows how the track really well. I don't see anyone else having a chance. I mean, this is why we come and watch, is to see that when that chance, someone having that chance happens. I mean, like, yeah, right now we've got Norris and Oscar, but we've got Stroll 4/10 off, and then Leclerc is 6/10. That's P5. I mean, let's be honest. You know, Stroll is about a second, 1.5 tenths faster than Leclerc right now, and 2 tenths faster than Russell. Again, we've seen Norris not perform well and make a mistake in quali. Wait a minute, 16 seconds left to go in this session. When this session comes in, and you'll be brought to the FP3 stream. I'm probably gonna bring this session. I'm gonna be off the stream pretty quickly afterwards because I'm looking right now. I'm trying all session long. I've been trying to pull at any thread to talk to you guys about what's happening, and I'm just not. There's no thread to pull on, quite honest, other than they're doing race runs. I mean, they're doing 110, 109s, 114 lap times. If you haven't hit the bell and subscribed, now's a great time to do it. We do have a Discord, and we'll probably be talking about FP2 and FP1 through the night, and there's other things we talk about as well. We do have a Patreon. Those who want to support the channel beyond just joining the channel as well. And checkered flag is being waved, so this session has come to the close. Clark is the first one to take that checkered flag. For everyone here at the Race Discus channel, I want to thank everyone who showed up and watched. We will be back tomorrow for FP3 and for quali, and then Sunday for the race. I will be here for quali and for FP3, and then on Sunday, we have a special guest. We have Mr. V returning to the channel for the race itself. That I look forward to working with Mr. V again. So I'm kind of psyched. Again, we've been quiet about the F1 film. It is good. That's the one thing I want to make sure that everyone understands, that the F1 film is good. If you've got a chance to go see it, please do so. It is very good. We won't be discussing it in detail this weekend, but we will be next weekend at Silverstone. So you've got some time to see it before we start spoiling it and picking it apart. Again, this has been Grash, and this has been FP2 for the Austrian Grand Prix. This is the Races YouTube channel. I will see you tomorrow for FP3. Until then, take care, and I'll see you soon.